Hi students, how are you all? So in this class, we will discuss about our second chapter, that is banking. So we all are familiar with different types of bank accounts, such as savings bank account, current bank account, fixed bank account is there, and recurring or cumulative deposit accounts are there. But in this chapter, we will discuss only about recurring or cumulative deposit account. In this chapter, we will discuss how to calculate interest on cumulative deposit accounts. So before that, we should know what should be the sum of first n natural numbers. There is one formula here. If n is a natural number, then 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus up to n. That is sum of first n natural numbers. Also we can write as n into n plus 1 divided by 2. And here we are getting this equation by using arithmetic progression. And arithmetic progression you will learn later. And then next thing is, suppose we are considering one recurring deposit in which we are depositing rupees 250 per month, and here we are depositing it for an year. So how to calculate this one? So here one method is given there. Otherwise, how we are getting the formula, the explanation is given like this. So first month we will deposit 250 rupees, but the 250 rupees we can see throughout the 12 months. No, that means for the remaining 12 months we will get interest for those 250 rupees. No, that is 250 rupees for 12 months. That means 250 into 12 for 1 month. And here when we deposit 250 in the second month, then the interest will be calculated for the remaining 11 months. No, that is 250 for remaining 11 months, because 1 month already over, the remaining 11 months are there. So 250 into 11. And next one, 250 into 10 months. If you go like that, then in the starting of the 12th month also we will deposit 250 rupees. No, and for that 250 we will get the interest of that 1 month. No, because 11 months already over, so it should be 250 into 1. So you should understand this concept, and by using this we are constructing the formula. So equivalent principle for 1 month we can write as, that is, per month we are calculating, per month we are investing 250 rupees. That is, here if you take this 250 outside, then we can write 250 into 12 plus 11 plus 10 plus up to 1. No, 12 plus 11 plus 10, 9 up to 1 we can write. That means 250 into sum of first 12 natural numbers. So instead of this one we can use this formula. What is the formula? N into n plus 1 by 2. No, so here n is 12, so we can write 250 into 12 into 12 plus 1 divided by 2 we can write, and that is equal to 250 into 6 into 13, that is 19,500 we will get. After that, if you find out the for finding out the interest, you have to multiply that by rate, that is r by 100, and that divided by r by 100 into 12 we have to write, because there we are calculating, here we are calculating interest per month. So 1 year, so 1 month if you want to find out, that should be 1 by 12th of an year. No, so we will write it as r by 100 into 12. So by using that we have constructed one formula, that is like this, that is interest is equal to P into that is the amount we are depositing per month, that into n into n plus 1. Here n represent number of months. If it is 1 year, then it should be 12. If it is 2 years, it should be n should be 24, and if it is 3, it should be 36. It will go like that. And the divided n into n plus 1 divided by 2 into 12 into r by 100. Here r is the rate of interest, and that is r by 100. That should be the rate. And here n into n plus 1 by 2 is there, and after that into 12 is there, because here we are calculating interest per month. No, that's the reason why here we are dividing it by 12. And after that, if you want to find out the maturity value, otherwise maturity amount we are getting after the tenor, and that is equal to P into N plus I. What is P into N? P is the principal, otherwise the amount we are depositing per month, and that into N. N is number of months. So P into N will give the total amount of money we are depositing, and that plus its interest. So total amount should be the amount of money we are depositing plus its interest we are getting at the maturity period. No, so maturity value is equal to P into N plus I. So that is a formula. Here you have to remember these two formulas. How to find out interest? Interest is equal to P into N plus 1 divided by 2 into 12 into R by 100, and maturity value is equal to P into N plus I. So you have to remember these formulas. Now we can discuss a few problems related to the cumulative deposit account. So first question is, Sonali deposited rupees 150 per month in a bank for 8 months under the recurring deposit scheme. Then what will be the maturity value of his deposit if the rate of interest is 8% per annum? So she's here it is given as so he is depositing rupees 150 per month for 8 months. No, so we can say that P is equal to 150 and N is equal to 8, and the interest R is equal to 8. Then first we have to find out the interest, that is I is equal to, the formula is P into N plus 1 divided by 2 into 12 into R by 100. So P is 150, so 150 into N is 8, N plus 1 9, so 8 into 9 divided by 2 into 12 into R is 8, so 8 by 100. And after calculating that, we are getting that as 36. So the interest, the total interest he is getting after 8 months, that is 36. No, and here the question is we have to find out the maturity value. No, so we have to write the formula. Maturity value is equal to P into N plus I. No, so here P is 150 and that into 8 is the 8 is number of months, and that plus interest, that is 36. So it should be 1200 plus 36, that is equal to 1236. Next question it is, Hanif has a cumulative bank account and deposit rupees 600 per month for a period of 4 years. If he gets rupees 5880 as interest at the time of maturity, then find the rate of interest. So here the given things are the money he is depositing per month, that is P is given 600, and number of months, otherwise 4 years it is given, that means N should be 4 years, means number of months, that should be 48. And then the interest after interest is getting after 4 years, that is also given 5880. So here also we can use the same formula, that is I is equal to P into N plus 1 divided by 2 into 12 into R by 100. here I is given, that is 5880, and that is equal to 600, that is p into 48 is n plus 1 49 divided by 2 into 12, and that into here r by 100, because here we have to find out the rate of interest, so r we have to find out here. So that is equal to 1. After cross multiplication, we are getting r is equal to 5880 into 2 into 12 into 100 divided by 600 into 48 into 49, and after calculating this we are getting that is equal to 10. That means rate of interest we can write as 10% per annum, right? And the next question is, Mr. R.K. Nair gets rupees 6,455 at the end of 1 year at the rate of 14% per annum in a recurring deposit account. Find the monthly installment. So here it is given that Mr. R.K. Nair gets 6,455 at the end of 1 year. That means maturity value he is getting as 6,455. Year it is 1 year, it is given that is 12 months, and rate of interest is given 14%, no? So maturity value is 6,455, r is equal to 14 and n is equal to 12. So when you consider the formula is equal to p into n into n plus 1 divided by 2 into 12 into r by 100, when we substitute the things, that is p is the thing we have to find out, and that into 12 is n, that is n into n plus 1, that is 12 into 13 divided by 2 into 12 into r by 100, r is 14, so 14 by 100, and we are getting that as 91p divided by 100 we are getting. And after that here maturity value is given, so we will apply these things into that formula. Here the formula is maturity value is equal to p into n plus I, no? But we know maturity value is given, that is 6,455, it is given the question, and that is equal to p into 12. P we don't know, that is the thing you have to find out, that into n is 12, no? So p into 12 plus, and interest we have already got, that is in terms of p 91p divided by 100. So we are writing p into 12 plus 91p divided by 100. So that implies 6,455 is equal to, if you take the LCM, it should be 1,200p plus 91p divided by 100, and after cross multiplying this we are getting here 6,45,500 is equal to 1,291p. Then if you want to find out p, then p is equal to 6,45,500 divided by 1,291, and after doing calculation we are getting that as 500. That means monthly installment is rupees 500, right? So many more problems are there in that chapter, but almost all the things are same. Here we have discussed 3 different problems. In that first problem we have discussed how to find out the interest and maturity value. In the second question we have discussed how to find out the rate of interest, and here we have discussed how to find out the monthly installment. All the remaining problems are same, so by using this method we can do the rest problem, so you have to try that.